Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie Swamp Zombies. Or, as you would probably see it on the DVD, Swamp Zombies with 3 exclamation points. This one centers around a doctor who tries to make a serum to try and use on dead people, in which of course it works and turns people into, well, zombies, more or less. And also, there's a class taking a field trip into the swamplands where all this bad stuff is about to happen. And there's these fishermen who discover the swamp zombies. Actually, they're more like lake zombies, but yeah. They come out of the water and they start to attack the class field trip class, I guess you could say. But there's one survivor, and it's a girl named Monica, and she meets up with our main hero, who's pretty much called the Hermit. It turns out the Hermit lost his family in a car accident. Gee, we haven't beaten that cliche enough in a horror movie, have we? And they also meet up with a guy named Jack, who they all team up together to try and take out the zombies. I'm not even going to call them swamp zombies because they're really not. Anyway, they all meet back up at the hospital. The crazy doctor who conducted the experiment to cause all this to happen, he winds up getting killed off by a federal agent. The Hermit lives. Our park ranger hero, I believe he was a park ranger hero named Jack, he lives. Of course, Monica lives. And before the movie ends, the doctor, who I think his name was Phillips, his body is taken to a medical facility in some sort of army unit or something like that. And I don't know why, I guess they decided to put the serum inside of him. He winds up waking up to end the movie. And as you can see right there, it stars Brian Blue Meanie Heffron, Jasmine St. Clair, Dan the Beast Severn, and Pamela Such. This, of course, picked as my worst horror movie involving pro wrestlers. So, why did this movie suck? Oh, wow. I think a big part of it was the teacher who was leading the field trip was giving the absolute worst Mr. Mackey impression you've ever heard in your life. It sounded more like the poor guy had a head cold. It was really bad. I have to admit, I liked Brian Heffron's performance in the movie. And it kind of seems like that he's kind of completed his whole horror movie circle of doing horror movies. He's done a zombie movie, a vampire movie, and a werewolf movie. And I don't know what he could do next, but it's hard to say, really. Dan the Beast Severn, he appears about, I think maybe about an hour and a half into the movie. He's only in maybe 10 minutes. The gore effects in this are not great. The makeup effects, though, for the zombies are pretty good, but that's about the best I can give. That's about the best thing I can say about this movie. And of course, Blue Meanie gives a good performance in this movie too. But this movie is just ridiculously bad. You kind of sit there and wonder, like, why would they want to make a serum to bring the dead back to life? And then just take the bodies and throw it into what they call a swamp, but it was really a lake. The performances by everybody else who probably hadn't acted in a movie before obviously sucked. I don't know, man. But Brian Heffron, he did a good performance in this movie, but at least he didn't dance. I guess we could say that much for it. And Yeah, again, why call the swamp zombies when it's really at a lake? Again, the gore, not that great. Definitely not a movie that's going to win any Academy Awards anytime soon. At least I would think. And the odd thing is, this movie's almost 2 hours long, so if you want to check it out, it's on the Kings of Horror channel right here on YouTube, if you got 2 hours to kill. But that's going to do it for this review of Swamp Zombies. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. And if you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that took place in a forest and involved something that couldn't have been zombies, but they had to put some kind of really bad title on it just to make it sound interesting, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.